verdict have came out today. I have been the first time that I ever. Well, let me start here. This is the verdict of Carmelo Anthony, a 17-year-old boy, a student. And I'm sorry, y'all, because as much as I get on this internet and I cuss out my own people, and yes, I know it makes me look ignorant and stupid. And I said, I will put hands on you because we arguing. But this have happened so many times to our people. A 17-year-old boy was trying to shelter from the rain. And you have another young man that wants to be a bully. We gonna call it like it. We ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. Even though they said that he should have had that knife on him. You're right about that as well. But all the facts was not. See, when I first made the video of this story, I got attacked by a lot of people that don't look like me and some that was cooning. And that's the real meaning of cooning, what other dumbass motherfuckers want to say what cooning is because someone laughing. That's not cooning, Sammy. That's not what cooning is. From your definition, you said that we was cooning. Well, you said the definition of him. You gave your definition of him why you thought he was cooning. But with me, you said because I was laughing. That's not cooning, baby. That's the definition of cooning, baby. I'm sorry for that, y'all. But they attacked me, and I was the hard ER. And I'm from Louisiana. I done heard those words before. We still have segregation, if you want to call it that, where we know our place. Because we don't want to, upset the white folk in our town. As in 2026, they just found this young boy guilty of murder. And the charges is from 5 to 99 years. Where you have that other guy, that Rockefeller guy, I guess this was his name, that unloaded in a crowd of black folk. They bought that boy steak. They took care of him. But when it comes down to our people, it's always something. We are the most hated by the color of our skin. When we wake up and walk outside of our doors, we don't know if we gonna make it home or not. That's the struggle that Black Americans have day to day. And I'm not just saying that for every other races can experience that too, but not like how Black folks have it. So when I made that video and I experienced that, I determined to step away from the case. But since now that the trial have came, I've been following it, but I refuse to make a video on it. I said I will make a video on it when his verdict come out because, again, I do approach, and you can't say it's ignorant, I do approach violence to solve an argument with words. But I'm working with that. I'm working with that. That's the toxic of life that I experienced in my household. So, those who have followed the case and things from the testimony of his peers and stuff like that. This is a young black man. He was doomed from the beginning. It hurts my heart. When I heard this verdict, I immediately called my son. I immediately called my son. I just had to tell him I love him. You know, then I called my nephew. Because my nephew, he's a hothead, but he have changed his life around because he used to go to jail like it was a sport. But, you know, talking to him and just talking to him and things like that, trying to give him some guidance and the way my life had been, people that don't really know what's my real life, tell me, no, this ain't the way to go. And he's changed his life around, and I had to call him a while ago and tell him that I love him. He thought something was wrong. I'm like, nah, nephew, it ain't nothing like that, baby. You ain't got to make that trip. You know, it's going to be good. I just want you to be okay. I just want you to be aware. If you are angry, it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be angry, but don't go out there and do nothing stupid. Please don't do nothing stupid. But I want to let him know that I'm proud of him. Because, see, he was almost a statistic. He was walking home, being out all night, whatever, with his friends, you know, whatever. And they mistaken him for a robber. Took him down there and all that kind of stuff. And the description of him, he didn't match not one description of what they said. And then the crazy part about it, they said they were looking for a dark-skinned Hispanic with curly hair. Okay, my nephew, he dark-skinned, curly hair. But when you look about Hispanic, dark-skinned, why am I thinking into that? But yeah, they had him in jail for about 48 hours, you know. He applied with them. I told him, I said, don't argue with these police officers. You know your rights and comply to what they want. You can do whatever ever later. Just come home safe to your mother. Even if you know that you ain't got to show no ID or whatever, fuck all of that. Give them your fucking ID. Knowingly, they've been assholes. And you know that. Don't argue with them. It's your word against theirs. Just come home safely to your mother.
I will say this one time, and one time only. I speak on behalf of myself, Dominique Alexander. I speak on behalf of myself as president of the Next Generation Action Network. The Next Generation Action Network wanted to respect this process, to be able to make sure that nobody said that the Next Generation Action Network obstructed this process, interfered in this process. But what this process did is shown that Black lives do not matter in Collin County. Come on with it. It showed us that time and time in American history, it has shown us to remove emotions from yet the law. This trial showed that it put emotions over the law. Yeah. After Trayvon Martin and so many countless names, it has shown us that Black life is not safe in Collin County. It showed us that they did not listen to the law. It showed clearly that a judge interfered in this process. It showed very clearly that a Black boy was allowed not one Black soul on a jury. On his life. And all white jury convicted him in 2 to 3 hours. We know that they did not prove their case.
Wait a second, I think finished.
They are
Wait a second.
Carmelo Anthony. But we know that the Next Generation Action Network put the first $10,000 towards an appellate attorney. And we will fight Collin County like hell. I respected this process. I allowed and called for peace in this process.
See where that got us?
But Black America should be very upset about what went on today. Now, before all of the attorney, I can only help families be able to navigate these processes when they find themselves in this type of situation. I can only allow lawyers to be what they are, lawyers. I can't instruct them. I can't stop them from doing anything. I have to respect the process just like anybody else. But what we saw today was flawed, unjust.
It hurt, man.
And I ask that the community continue to pray for the Anthony family. I do not speak for them, but I know that the Next Generation Action Network will be here as support. My heart hurts right now because in the ignorance of the law was done here today.
Your Black son.
Cleared. We posted the jury instructions.
If someone hit
and
me,
right now, what we are seeing
pick up a brick to hit him
is a travesty.
Okay.
It lets us know that Black lives do not matter in the criminal justice system. It lets us know that we are not going to be afforded the same laws as anybody else. And I give a damn about nobody that feels like I'm playing the race card here.
Of the track meet. And you want to say that Austin didn't come to start mess with Black folk? Austin on his social media posted, I dare one of these monkeys to show up to the track meet today. And what he showed? Guns. But they want to say that Carmelo Anthony had a knife on him? A pocket knife. One of the little knives. Cracker give nigga honey give. Courtroom until. Be for real. They don't how I feel. Nigga honey give. Courtroom until. They know how I feel. Live from they don't know how I feel. You like sitting. Like a kid. They get out in the prison. $1,000 miles. Why? You don't talk about. Give him talking about. We're in a bed high. Boy, this shit wild.
Yeah, cracker give nigga 100 years. Courtroom until nigga breathe for real. They don't know how I feel. And that song was made 18 years ago, 100 years by Plies. Because in this guilty verdict, they was gonna give him manslaughter, right? They took that off. So they said from 5 to 99 years. 5 to 99 years. Carmelo Anthony is only 19. This happened when he was 17. They let him be paroled for the whole year before the trial started at his home. At his home. So he was charged with murder. We don't know the sentence of what they're gonna give him, but just know that it was manslaughter at first. The prosecution took it away, and so they said no. So we're gonna do 5 to 99 years. They played a dirty game with this boy life, like I said, y'all. Carmelo Anthony had a target on his back when he was born as a Black American. Hot Square City, y'all. I hope everyone have a great, safe, amazing day. Be careful out there, y'all, regardless of your race. Everybody, be safe. Be safe. Be vigilant. Because we done lost another one without him being unalived. We done lost another one without him being unalived. Okay, y'all.